Okay, so let's go ahead and farm some berry mentats here. Let's check out what we need to craft them first. So when you're crafting berry mentats, you're going to want to make sure that you have your chemist and your super duper perk on. Now we're going to need brain fungus, firecracker berries, mentats, and starlight berries. For mentats, we're going to need brain fungus, carrot flowers, and fire caps. Now you can generally get mentats from farming ghouls, but I'll also show you where you can get fire caps and carrot flowers for crafting mentats if you want. You can see in my base here, there's a fire cap right there. My base is located right there. Let me put on my green thumb perk, really important to do. So there we go, and we'll pick that. Okay, now let's start with the starlight berries. Also by my base, I go over here. This is pretty convenient for me. I got some starlight berries right there. Okay, let's find a bit more. We're going to need a lot more to craft this stuff. So I'm going to start off with going to the deep. Alright. So when we're going into the deep, we're going to want to be careful here because of the toxic waters. We got crickets, we got commie bots, we got communists. This is a good place for brain fungus too, which we're going to need a lot of. I'm going to use a berry mentat. Cricket got me. I was being careless. Let's try that again. Okay, this time I won't be so careless. I'll go to stealth. Got my berry mentat active. Alright, gonna use a Rad-X diluted here because this water is toxic water. Get rid of some of my rads. You could also use like your Chinese stealth suit through this. Alright, let's go back in stealth. There's going to be some more crickets up here. Alright, get my starlight berries. For some reason that one didn't spawn in with them. Keep an eye out for brain bombs, because we're going to need a lot of those. Or, I'm sorry, brain fungus. Alright. I think there's another cricket somewhere up here. So we're gonna stay in stealth for now. Grab those brain fungus there. The crickets are also good for acid if you need acid. I think we're safe to run a little bit here. Get these brain funguses. Okay, I think there's some more brain funguses. Okay, got all that. Now we're going to want to go back into stealth here because yeah, these guys are around. Berry Mentats still got a minute. Sometimes the highlight on the Berry Mentats doesn't work. I don't think that I think that communist soldier, he's not lighted up. Okay, if you have the marsupial perk here, these are going to be a lot easier to get. But you can still do it without the marsupial perk. That one up there we'll have to get on the roof to get. Another one that spawned without it. Oh, there's a commander. We'll shoot him in the face. Sometimes I move too hastily and that gets me killed. But dying in this game is not a huge negative. So that's I mean, it's an inconvenience at worst. As long as you make sure to stash your junk. Okay, we need that one. Okay, let's just double check to make sure we got them all. We need that one. We're gonna have to go back up on the roof. If you have a jetpack too, obviously this becomes a lot easier. I haven't bought the jetpack yet. I bought a lot of other stuff that I wanted first because I don't really need the jetpack or the marsupial perk, but I know they're pretty popular. Yeah, that's what we want. Alright, I think that's all of them. You could probably jump scale this as well, but I'd rather just jump off the roof. Alright, so we got some starlight berries. There's a few more. We'll get to those. Let's go ahead and get some firecracker berries. Now, if you're carnivore, this place is a good location as well because you can get some deathclaw meat. Now, firecracker berries are actually pretty common, but here, this is a pretty good dense location of them. Okay, so I'm going to need to eat another berry mentat. And there is a deathclaw in here, so let's see if we can wake him up. There he is. Alright. Get our. And you get some brain fungus as well. There's the deathclaw. Don't get too close to these firecracker berries, or they'll pop, and then you won't be able to harvest them. So once again, another location where marsupial or the jetpack would be handy, but there's lots of locations for brain fungus. That's not a problem. All right, so another place for berries, firecracker berries, is down here, and there's tons of locations. I'm sure all over the place. This is just the route that I've taken. So we'll go down here. And There's some right there. There's some more. They're just kind of in this area. Just kind of run around here looking for them. Oh, here's some. There's some more. There's some super mutants having a conversation. They're all over the place around here, so you can get quite a few of them. And then there's several locations on the map you can get firecracker berries. Let's go ahead and move on. So let's go ahead and hit what we need for mentats as well. So if you're just doing berry mentats, that's all you need is the starlight berries, firecracker berries, and mentats. Oh, and brain bombs. We need, brain fungus. We need brain fungus as well. Let's hit brain fungus. We'll go to Big Ben's tunnel here. There's a lot of brain fungus in here, but there's a lot of brain fungus everywhere. Sorry that I keep calling them brain bombs. I wanna get these guys as milk for pepperoni rolls. Okay, let's go in here. So, I mean, you can run around the cranberry bog and get tons of brain fungus. I like to come here because it's really dense. And I've grown pretty accustomed to having berry mentats on all the time. And so I rely on that visual effect to tell me when there's mobs around. You get used to it. And it's also, really, if you're in a location where there's a lot of players, like say the Strangleheart event, you get to see where the mobs are spawning from before most players do. So I try not to. God, I can't believe that can't be a 95% chance to hit. I try not to steal all the kills, right? We want to share XP with people. But I still also want to get my fair share of kills. And if you can see the mobs coming in, then that's going to help you get your fair share. Alright, let's go down in the tunnel a little bit deeper here. Because with the combination of berry mentats and a long-range sniper build, it's not too hard to just start blasting all the mobs before people can kill them. But I don't recommend people take that approach. You know. And I'm sure I'm missing some of the brain fungus in here. It's all over the place. Basically, anytime there's a break off in the tunnel down one of these little caves, you'll just find lots of it. I just kind of run around and farm it. You can also just kind of pick it up as you're playing because this stuff is all over the place. And if you're a plant eater, that's really good for you. I swear VATS is so unreliable. I think we probably have enough of those. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we need for Mentats. Now you can also farm Mentats, as I said, off of ghouls. But I'll show you a crafting route. Now to get carrot flowers. Carrot flowers are all over the place, but I like to go up here. Because there's just so many of them up here. It's just pretty quick and easy to run in there and grab them. Oh. Let's go to third person. I like that view a little bit better. Okay. So yeah, they're just everywhere here. So you can just grab a bunch. Okay. Probably have enough of those. There's a whole bunch more around. Like if you go inside the thing and start looking around, you'll find more carrot flowers than you could possibly want. But let's move on. Let's go find some fire caps. Okay, so fire caps. There are quite a few of these in the game, but they are spread out. And so what I do here is I start at the overseer's camp. Okay. So I start at the overseer's camp, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go northeast this way. So there's one right there. Jump around so that you have a better vantage point and you can see these things. Right? But I mean, you can just run through the forest and you can find them, but I want to find dense locations so that I don't have to spend as much time farming for them. Right? So that I can just run in and grab them. So there's a couple more there. And it looks like there's a couple more over there. These robots are shooting at me. Okay, sounds like one of those robots is gonna blow up. Alright, so we got a bunch from there. Then we're gonna go this way. I'm gonna eat some honey here so I can keep running. Yeah, that's the problem with this spec is you do have a 1 endurance, so having a little bit of AP food on can help. Alright, and then keep an eye out too because there's berries in this location as well. So firecracker berries are pretty easy to get, but these other berries here, they take a bit more work. That plant has nothing on them. And just look around for these fire caps here. Alright, And then I'm just going to look around for a few more fire caps. And then we'll hit one more place for fire caps. I just look around the forest here. Alright, I think we're pretty good on fire caps from this location. We might find a few more if we searched around a bit more. Let's go to one more location here, and that's going to be Flatwood. Now, Flatwood, you can also get some sugar bombs. If you're going to make the brain bombs, you need sugar bombs. And the church steeple, if you go up to the top, see this up there, you can find sugar bombs. You can also find sugar bombs in Mosstown, which is right there. That's a good sugar bomb location. You can find up to 5 sugar bombs there. You can find up to 3 sugar bombs up in the steeple of the church. And you just pick up sugar bombs in places. When you see people selling them for a reasonable price, you grab them, right? And sugar bombs are not too hard to get if you're going to farm. Brain bombs for the herbivore mutation. Okay, we're going inside. And I'm not in nerd rage, but I'm not in an XP area, so that's okay. That's another thing about the spec is you want to try to maintain nerd rage as much as possible. That's the way you maximize your experience. So this place is kind of hit and miss. I am in a private world, so you'd think I'd get more. I always get mixed up, but there should be. Okay, yes. So there should be 2. I don't know what you'd call these 2 areas, 2 lab areas on the upper floor, and it doesn't look like there's anything in here now. But these can spawn the fire caps. Okay, and then we want to go down here. And then I put my gun away and pulled out my camera. And it looks like we struck out, but you can also find them in here. Sometimes you can find a lot of them, and then sometimes you don't find hardly any of them, and you can find them in here too. I don't know why none of them spawned for me. I guess it's just part of the RNG. Okay, let's go back and craft. I think we got everything right. We'll find out. Gotta wait for the level 1 robots. Now we gotta wait for the loading screen. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, so I have my chemist perk on. I gotta make sure to put on my super duper perk. I have 181 berries. Berry mentats. Let's see what we can craft here. So mentats. Looks like we're doing pretty good on those. I hope we have enough brain fungus. I think we should. Okay. Now I already had a bunch of Mentats. So, but, oh, we might actually need more brain fungus. So this will be good enough for now. Alright. So it looks like we could run out and get a few more brain fungus and a few more firecracker berries, and we'd be able to make 6 more crafts, which is going to be 12 more plus whatever super duper perks. But now you see I'm at 259. That's not a bad haul, right? And so a few other things to note, other than berry mentats. If you're doing scorched beast brains, that can be kind of hard. You hit the surface to air event. You can get 2 to 3 scorched beasts from there. Your Butcher's Bounty can proc and can double the amount of brains you're getting. If you're doing brain bombs, like I said, Mosstown, Flatwood, player vendors, just pick them up wherever you see them. I haven't had a problem. On my mule character, I have over 300 brain bombs stored. I just pick them up whenever I see them. And then if you go here, you'll find more Mothman eggs than you could ever want. So, and I'll also show you some squirrel locations, because I know people have problems with the squirrels, but I think I found some decent locations for squirrels. So we gotta wait. We gotta go through a couple more loading screens. All right, so let's see here. We come to the top of the world. You can also place your camp out here, right? I need another berry mentat. I'm just gonna run over here. Oh look, there's some firecracker berries right there. There's some more up here. These things are all over the place. Alright, so you see that power thing? That's what you want to see. And then you see those glowing things. Gotta make sure we have on our Butcher's Bounty. I gotta take off concentrated fire there. We don't need that for squirrels. Probably don't need to sneak critical squirrels either. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'll show you one other location for squirrels. And really between these two locations you get enough meat, but you can server hop if you need more. So there's probably more locations in White Springs. I think there's another one behind the houses over there. But I just hit these two because that's really all I need. I come down here, 2 squirrels here. Right, okay. And those are just more rats. We don't need those guys. And then you can find, I guess typically just one. I can't recall if I've ever seen 2 up here. These little critters over here are rabbits, so we don't need those. And then if you need salt, like you can go into here, you can get lots of salt. You can go into here, you can get lots of salt. And salt's kind of like the sugar bombs. Just pick it up when you see it. It's all over the place. All right, and those are my basic farming routes. All right, thanks for watching.